Hey, what is up guys? Welcome to this video and the most anticipated pedal release of the decade. The Marshall black boxes are back and they're good.
Like really good.
Like really good. Iron Mayor. Hey, what is up guys? My name is Guillaume.
And my name is Kris, and this is Thomann's Guitars and Basses. And even more importantly, this is the day where Marshall, after what, 30 years or whatever, reissues
I don't know.
the pedals that pretty much started it all in terms of amp in a box, in terms of John Mayer, and everything else. What a day.
Yeah, what a day.
Holy
what a day.
cow.
Those are actual reissues of the black box series that started in the late 80s, early 90s with the Marshall Guv'ner, the BluesBreaker, the DriveMaster, the ShredMaster, like exactly point to point.
Yeah.
Like replicas of the pedals that made so many legendary sounds. So I think the objective today is just to run you guys through each and every pedal, do a little bit of history, do a little bit of fake Gary Moore, fake John Mayer, you know, sprinkle that onto that video, and just give you guys an idea of what to expect with those beautiful black boxes.
I'm so excited. Honestly, I don't even know how to focus on just one of these. But let's start at the beginning. The first pedal that came out in 1988 is the Guv'ner.
Yes.
This bad boy.
Are you gonna play Gary Moore, or are you gonna?
I will not even try. It was really hard to do that one cover already without making a huge mistake. But I'll use a Les Paul. Nice!
Oh,
nice!
Oh, the legato!
Tons of gain, man.
Yeah.
It's
punchy.
It's a really sweet sounding pedal. I love the fact that it has that creaminess, doesn't get too fizzy. The gain goes way beyond what I would use from a pedal like this.
I feel like, that was
but it's awesome for lead.
Sweet spot for gain, but yeah, for leads you definitely have a lot of extra gain on tap. What's the idea behind the Guv'ner? Educate us.
Well, that's all I know is that it was the first amp in a box style pedal, and it has a little cool feature that not many people use. Actually, it has a loop an extra jack, which is a TRS jack, or like a stereo jack. So like you use a breakout cable with which you can loop in pedals inside the pedal. So then if you turn it on, you turn on this pedal and whatever is looped in there. So if you want to use this as your solo sound, you have a lower gain crunch, whatever rhythm sound, and turn this on to have more gain and like your solo stuff. You can put in a reverb or a delay or whatever you like, or chorus, and then have both of them on at the same time or off at the same time, which is a cool feature. Nowadays, many pedals started incorporating these kind of things, like a loop or like an additional something inside the circuit. Back then, it was probably something no one ever used, or not many people used, but I'm loving the fact that they stick to it, and it is there because it makes the pedal more versatile. And also, it's a reissue, so yeah, it's awesome to see it 100% the same. I think Marshall only changed the pots and the jacks is what I've heard. Compared to the original ones. And literally everything else is the same, which is cool.
Which is good. Like pots and jacks, like just even the quality standards in between 89, 90 and nowadays has like changed quite drastically.
So cool. We will show you some close-ups of the pedals inside, what's inside, how it looks and everything. So that's gonna be cool. Why don't you start playing the Guv'ner with the Shred, and then I'll transition you into the pedal.
The one that I'm gonna spend 10 minutes on?
And I will turn it off when it's enough.
All right, cool.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
That is so good.
Yeah, this is the one. This is the one. As much as the other pedals, and we're gonna get there, are absolutely awesome, this is, I think, the one that's generated the most hype around it, around that reissue, is the BluesBreaker. The BluesBreaker that is inspired by Eric Clapton, like John Mayall, and the BluesBreakers sound by Eric Clapton, who played a Les Paul into a Marshall JTM 45 combo. And that became known as the BluesBreaker because that was the sound on said album. And yeah, early 90s, I think 91, Stevie Ray Vaughan is putting the blues sort of back on the map, and Marshall is like, hey, how about we do the blues? How about we do the blues like we used to in '62 with that combo and that Les Paul and everything? And that's where the pedal came from. And from then on, unleashed a wave of copies, clones, inspired by you know, the Marshall BluesBreaker in itself. That wasn't very popular upon release because it wasn't as gainy as every other pedal that was released just about the same time, until someone in 2006
really
decided to use that on an album that was, you know, quite popular, and that was John Mayer with Continuum. And since then, you know, obviously Analog Mike, that jumped on it, and that took sort of, you know, the general layout of that circuit to turn it into so many other BluesBreaker pedals that we know and love nowadays. But this is the OG. It is the OG. It is exactly how it was, and it's perfect.
It's
the
so
way it
crazy
is.
to think about it. Like, if you think of Jimi Hendrix and people like Beatles, like bands and musicians that are such crazy milestones in terms of music history.
Yeah.
This pedal is such a milestone
Yeah.
for so many pedals.
Yeah.
Like for modern guitar tone, especially people who use pedals, this is one of the very few that inspired, like, you know, the vast majority of all other pedals. Like every pedal that I love, every drive pedal that I use a lot is a take on a BluesBreaker.
Yeah.
You know, we'll have different amount of low end or gain or, you know, whatever, but it is essentially based on this pedal. It's
The granddaddy of our favorite drives is back.
This
is awesome.
all right. Why don't you stick to the cable and play the DriveMaster, and then I might take over and get over to the ShredMaster.
Okay,
because we do have an original ShredMaster here, which is, let's talk about it later.
Yeah.
DriveMaster. Go ahead, clean. By the way, we're using the Rev D20, which is a very pedal-friendly 20-watt tube amp. That goes into the 2x12 Harley Benton V30/Cream X65. So a mixed cab, awesome rig. Cool. Which key? Which key? Which key?
G.
G. Of course. That is one of the nicest distortion pedals I never played.
Yeah.
The DriveMaster, the original one.
The DriveMaster is very similar to what you'll have with the Guv'ner. It has, according to the legend, just maybe a tad more sort of rounded mid-range. Like it's a little creamier than the Guv'ner can be, because if you dime the gain on the Guv'ner, it can be like very
aggressive. Yeah.
But this is very similar sort of gain structure.
Sounds a little sweeter to me. Plus, it doesn't have the thingy.
The loop.
The loop.
No. It doesn't have the loop, I think like the DriveMaster to me is just the most versatile of all full pedals.
It literally went into the BluesBreaker territory.
And you're gonna play the ShredMaster. The ShredMaster has some other things going for itself, but it goes all the way. So if you're not like super set on the let's say just the amount of gain that you're looking for, I think the DriveMaster is your best bet. If you know you want the sweet sort of low gain thing, the BluesBreaker is the legend. It's like, don't even question it. It's that one, period. And the ShredMaster is going to do something cool as well.
Let's do that. Let's turn on the DriveMaster maybe first, and then switch over to the ShredMaster and tweak me.
Yes, sir.
It's a built-in envelope filter. Wow!
I'm sorry. Right. Sorry. What?
So
just before we start.
Yes, do it. That's maxed.
That's with the game maxed out.
That's
I just wanted to make that very clear. You know? Obviously, we're both at the same time.
Maxed out.
But like, very well built. Please proceed.
The counter knob is what's the crazy part of the ShredMaster. That's where you get to sort of sweep on the range of the mid frequencies, and you can scoop it out. Like, I think it sounds like it. I cannot even tell it. It sounds like it's a dual feature knob. It sounds like it can scoop out the mids, the upper mids, or boost them like hell, but also like sweep on the range.
Yeah,
I think
it sweeps in the range, but like
can't really tell, but it's a very aggressive.
It's not just your simple, cut or boost type of knob. It's just going to be like be able to completely bell shape it that way, bell shape it the other way, and maybe at different peaks of frequencies, because it sounds like...
It could be that it's just a very broad, huge booster cut around the upper mid-range.
It's so useful. It's really well done. It's a different type of control over the mid-range. But it's really cool.
It's one of the most amphy sounding pedals that I ever used. And I literally bought one, the original one. That's how old I am. I didn't buy it in '92 though, because I only started playing in '90 whatever when. But I bought it when it was still.
I wasn't even a mistake yet in '92.
I wasn't even a mistake yet. I don't even know when did I start playing. '96, so I think it was like '99, '98, something like that when I bought the original ShredMaster, and I didn't appreciate it because it didn't have enough gain for me. Because I didn't know anything about stacking drives, and I just wanted more gain.
Okay.
Let's compare the new one to the original one. That will be a nice wrap up for this video. Bear in mind, the original one has scratchy pots because it's
yours.
It's not new.
And you didn't take care of it properly.
I didn't use it for a long time.
It's okay.
But it works. It perfectly works.
Same settings, roughly. I'll start you off on the new one, and we jump to the old. Okay?
Sweet. Okay, I'll try to play with dynamics and see where that takes us.
To shred, man.
Shred. Identical. It's literally the only thing. That's what we've heard, that the pots are different because they just couldn't get the original pots. Doesn't matter if you have the same value, same quality, maybe a different taper, whatever. It doesn't matter. We had to
different taper and parts aging as well. Yeah, you do have to take that into consideration. It's a 30
almost 30-year-old pedal. Yeah.
Like the pots, the taper in 30 years old is different.
Yeah, it's values change, etc. But literally, the only difference we had now was that we had to crank the old pedal more to get to the same volume as the current ShredMaster, but literally identical. That's so damn cool. Oh my God, I will spend money.
Yeah. No, but I think
he's done. He looks like he's done.
I think it was a very, very ambitious challenge, and that challenge needed to be done right.
It was executed like a pro.
Exactly. There was no, there couldn't be any mistake on any of those pedals because they became such a cult, such a legends among guitar pedal sort of designer, guitar players, the BluesBreaker, the Guv'ner. Those are pedals that are on the pantheon of right next to your clones and tube screamers. That's where they are. And Marshall really could not mess that up. And they didn't. They did the right thing by just doing reissues of the circuits that became legends for good reasons. They didn't try and fix them. They didn't try and change them because nowadays
modern
people want
more,
more gain, more compression, more this, more that. They redid them because of the way they are, and it's just absolutely beautiful. So honestly, well done. Kudos,
Marshall.
Jim's legacy. If you guys want more information about those pedals, go check out the links in the description. Everything's going to be listed down there. Just hit us up in the comment section, and we'll tell you which one is right for you. But seriously, I hope you enjoyed that video. If so, please do consider liking it, subscribe to the channel, ring out the bell.
See you down there, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.
Bye guys. Jeez, they're good, man.
Fucking hell, yeah.